everyone, Andrea here with Great Expectations Realty, and it is Monday, sort of. It was kind of an odd Monday. So a lot of real estate offices were closed today, the title companies were closed, the banks were closed. I don't even think we got mail today. It was just kind of weird. But yeah, I was asking everyone in the office, or actually my husband was asking, like, you guys want to open? I was like, I got to work at the office anyway, so if anybody wants to work, come on in. Otherwise, don't. Like, I don't know. Is it a holiday? Is it not a holiday? What are we doing here? Did anybody else, did you guys get to stay home like today, or did you go to work? I don't know. So yeah, that was kind of crazy. A lot of you guys were asking about where the fireworks were going on in Ocala. The truth is there weren't really any fireworks in Ocala as far as like an actual location. They didn't have it last year. They didn't have it this year. They had something called God and Country out normally, but that land is being, something else is being done with it. And then the JCs were the ones that were doing that. And I'm not really sure if we even have JCs anymore. Do we have JCs in Ocala? I gotta like check into that. But yeah, the big fireworks that are in Ocala every year, they haven't done them. This is the second year in a row that they haven't been going on. I mean, last year, obviously, you know, with COVID and everything, they really couldn't do it, I guess. I mean, technically, a lot of people just hang out in their car. But yeah, they didn't really do anything this year either. So I'm thinking that we're going to need a new fireworks display. So, all right, y'all, get on that. I don't know. For most of us, it was a little intense. I guess all of Ocala, they kind of, you know, made up for it by just doing their own. I'm not joking. My neighbors had some amazing fireworks going on last night. It was intense. I literally went outside. Sorry. I literally went outside and it was like, it was crazy. It was like 360-degree fireworks, and it was like echoing off of each other. And it wasn't like little firecrackers. We're talking like fireworks, like what you would see at Disney was going off all around. And I look over and like some of my neighbors just went and got like some lawn chairs and were sitting in their driveway just watching the fireworks. It was crazy. It was crazy. My sister and my dog were both like absolutely just no, we're not doing this. Nope. So they were just kind of huddled on the couch. But yeah, my kids thought it was great. My husband, we were all outside just like, well, that's unexpected, but okay. So yeah, there was like mortars going off. I thought, was it Beethoven's 12th is like da 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 da, you know, that was like going on in my neighborhood. It was a little insane. Technically, fireworks are not legal in Ocala, Marion County. However, they are if you are like needing them for a farm or something to scare away birds. Like if you go to do like blueberry picking and stuff, every once in a while a firework will go off and it's to scare away the birds so they don't eat all of the blueberries. So that's what you can get them. Unfortunately, that also makes it so, you know, prove you're not a farmer, you know, nobody cares. So yeah, they basically, everybody just goes and gets fireworks at different times a year, and technically there's a loophole to them being legal, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I think basically the fireworks were in everybody's backyard. They did have a big display over in Cedar Key, which let's just go ahead and talk about Cedar Key for a minute, because it's not in Ocala, but it's only like an hour drive away. And it's an island. Cedar Key is an island. It's like this really charming little town, little teeny tiny town. It's got fewer than 1,000 permanent residents. And it's like Florida's second oldest town. So it's pretty well known, at least back in the day. It's got a lot of interesting things to go and see. So a lot of like us locally will go over there just kind of to play tourist for the day. But it's actually really fun to go exploring by bike, or if you want to go kayaking out there. There's a lot of really cool little islands out in that same area. So it's really fun for that. A lot of the young people will go out and do that instead of, you know, kayaking at the springs like us older ones. But there's like, you know, a lot of artists and very original stuff out there. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of like Key West back in the day, essentially, is I guess what it would be. I'm not explaining this very well. There's only like a 3-block long main street, and it's just lined with historic buildings, and it's got like galleries and shops and stores. It's just really, it's quaint. It's really cute. It's really charming. It's got like, wooden cottages in the you know, residential section. If you're looking for like McDonald's or Walmart or anything like that's not gonna happen. No. And then, you know, like I said, you can go out kayaking or swimming or whatever. But if you go out kayaking or boating, you can go out to some of the other islands, some of the other keys. And there's like, I've seen it many, many times, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing this wrong. So just don't make fun. But it's at Sena Odi Key. And it's actually like this ghost town island. It's really fun to go kayaking to that. And then there's like the pencil wood factory that was in the 1890s. That was basically what was on there. And it was actually, you know, kind of thriving little key. But then there was a hurricane in like 1896, and this big 10-foot storm surge just kind of flattened it. So no more at Sena. At Sena? Anyway. All I'm saying is if you want to go and spend the day out in Cedar Key, it was great. Great place to go. Lots of really cool stuff to go and take a look at. And yes, they had a huge fireworks display out there. So kind of cool. Okay, so today being a holiday sort of kind of not, I don't know. There were only 13 new listings and 12 pending sales in the MLS for Marion County. Kind of weird. But to be fair, there's also like a tropical storm out there or something. I honestly have not even watched the news yet. They're like, oh yeah, it's coming right for us. That's what they say every single time. So I don't know. We'll get prepared. I did have, you know, I asked my husband, he took my car yesterday. I was like, could you just go ahead and fill it up while you're out, just in case. So I've got a full tank of gas, which is great. Also got some water in jugs just in case. No, I'm not filling a bathtub. No, not gonna do that. No, we don't put up plywood. That's basically it. I got, you know, lots of the lighters, but that was mostly because they were on sale, buy one, get one. And candles, but that's just because I have candles like crazy at my house. I really like a good smelling candle. So if I see like a candle at the store and it's a good price and it smells really good, I'm gonna buy it. Okay, truthfully, even if it's not a good price, I'm still probably gonna buy it because wow. I just recently got one that was pina colada and it smells so good. So yeah, my bedroom's been smelling like pina colada a lot lately. Yeah, anyway. But yeah, well, this is a weird weather kind of time for Florida anyway. I don't know, everybody calls it the monsoon season. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I will say it's our rainy season. This is when we all have like this bright green lush grass and you don't have to water it or anything. It's just so beautiful. And then you've got like all the trees are just overflowing with leaves and greenery. It's green. It is very, very green, okay? It's like Jumanji out there right now, okay? You gotta mow your grass like once a week. It is crazy. But yeah, it rains like every afternoon. And for some reason, it kind of was delayed this year. So it was a little bit like we had the dry season longer than normal. It was going into like April and May, which is bizarre. And now it feels like all the rain clouds just kind of stored it all up and now they're just dumping on us because we're getting like, it's supposed to be like in the afternoon, maybe 15, 20 minutes of rain. And like, it's been just hours and hours of rain. It's crazy. But the regular storms are a little bit funny. When I first moved here, that was my light, not lighting. Anyway, when I first moved here, I had more experience with like Texas thunderstorms. And Texas thunderstorms can mean death, basically. They are nothing to mess around with, okay? I lived in Tornado Alley. It really was, I mean, the tornado sirens, you guys don't know that sound. I know that sound. I hear it in my dreams sometimes. And of course, we lived in a trailer park at the time, so that's just extra pleasant. But yeah, it was a little crazy. Like you would see the sky turn orange or green and you're like, oh, that's not good. I'm going to need to go get myself in a ditch or something somewhere. But yeah, it was crazy. I mean, they would have like hail sales because, I mean, we're not talking like, if it's golf ball size hail, you're doing okay. When it's softball size hail, that's not a good thing. Okay. So I came over, I went, you know, traveled to other places and, you know, normal weather. I come to Florida and I'm here and I was in a room with like 200 other people. We were taking a class and I look outside and it's just these black, scary clouds just rolling in and I hear thunder and I see lightning and I'm like, oh, this means death. Okay, this is bad. Like, you know, we better go get ourselves in a bathtub or something somewhere. This is bad. And nobody else in the room like even flinched. Nobody even seemed to notice it was raining outside. Like nobody could, like nothing. I was like, where's the tornado sirens? Where's the, you know, like what's, you know, I got up and I went and stood in a doorway. And I'm like, I at least want to be somewhere. Like, I would have honestly crawled under a table if even one other person in the room had started that. But nobody else even flinched from their seats. Like, they didn't even notice it was raining. It was bizarre. So I'm just like, okay, what's going to happen? A little bit of rain, and then it was over. I was like, that was kind of anticlimactic. But that's basically every afternoon. At this time of year, it's these black, dark clouds and then torrential downpour for like 15, 20 minutes. And then it's nothing. It's blue skies. And the steam actually comes up from the road because it's not enough to actually cool the roads from all the heat that had been pouring on it all day long from the sun. So it just rains for like 15, 20 minutes. And then you start getting steam. So you've got like the humidity in the air and then steam coming up from the road. It's very unpleasant. I honestly live in a sauna. Okay. That's what we live in. So, it's gross. So we basically stay in the air conditioning this time of year. But if you come here at this time of year and you see black clouds coming rolling, don't worry about it. That's just the afternoon. It's okay. If 10 minutes, it'll change. Don't even worry about it. And definitely you don't need to crawl under any tables or stand in doorways. So that's not even a tornado thing. You don't stand in a doorway. You go get a bathtub or anyway. I don't know. I was kind of looking for center of the building and that was it, but whatever. So yeah, weather in Florida is absolutely gorgeous until it's not. And then it's absolutely gorgeous again. But yeah, we do have a tropical storm actually somewhere out there. It's not even a Cat 2. I mean, I'm not really... Sorry, I'm on here, so I should probably be telling you, like, get prepared. You should be prepared anyway. We don't know what's going to happen. You should have, like, a go bag. You should have your basic, you know, necessities and stuff anyway, at any point. Like, we don't know. If there's a fire, you should be able to grab one bag and get out of the house. Okay? Just do that on the regular, and then, you know, if tropical storm comes, yeah, you're good. You're prepped. You're great. Anyway. All right, so one last thing I saw some really great real estate and I thought it was hilarious. So I thought I would share it with you. No, it's not in Florida. This one, for once, crazy house is not in Florida. This is in Howard County, Missouri. And the house is from the late 19th century. And it belonged to the sheriff of Howard County. But what was funny is he made it so his house actually doubled as the jail. So for $350,000, and the house has been like completely redone upstairs. But the downstairs, it has a 2,500 square foot basement that is a 2-level jail. Fully functioning jail. I kid you not. It has 9 jail cells. Okay, I mean like big doors. I mean, it is a full-on jail. There's also a booking room and it has a half bath. But you could have a jail cell in your house. That means that if you actually bought this house, you'd go to jail because technically yeah, get it? I thought it was hilarious. I mean, who on earth is gonna buy that? Somebody that's like, all right, let's do Silence of the Lambs. I mean, who is gonna what? And why in the world would he want the prisoners in his house? I mean, there's a lot of people that don't even want to live anywhere near the county jail. He had it in his house. That is crazy. That he had, like, he must have been like very, very sure of himself in those jail cells because really? Anyway, I saw that and I thought it was hilarious. I thought I would share it with you guys. So, I guess that's about it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or other, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to continue living my life here in Florida and enjoying the Florida lifestyle. And hopefully I will hear from you guys soon. All right, talk to you later. Bye.